Hello lovely people, and welcome to this recipe of today. It's a traditional sauce that we use in many preparations. It's pesto alla genovese. The name is because of the original preparation that use mortar and pestle, so pestello, pesto. I know that many of you don't have mortar and pestle at home, but we can use easily a mixer. Let's see the ingredients. It's a recipe that is very simple because of less ingredients. So we have just a pinch of salt, pine nuts, cheese. In this case you can use two types of cheese. Parmigiano Reggiano or pecorino sardo. Exactly, it's fiore sardo, so Sardinian flour. I know that it's not easy to find it, maybe outside Italy. It can be expensive, so parmesan is good anyway. Extra virgin olive oil and obviously basil. Okay? I brought this little plant in my local supermarket. I don't know if you have this possibility. It's better to have fresh basil because the flavor is absolutely fantastic. If you cannot have fresh basil, you can use the pre-made bags in the supermarket. Just be careful because you have to check the color. So basil have to be light green. So if you see that the basil is a darker green color, too dark, it's passed too much time, and so it's not a good idea to buy it. So check between the packets if you can find the correct green. Okay. So, as usual, I will put the quantity of ingredients in the description. You can make more than the recipe in the description, and you can put in the refrigerator. You can make the ice cubes that can be used when you want, and it's ready immediately. Okay. Okay, someone noticed that I have not mentioned garlic. Well, in fact, the original recipe wants absolutely garlic. But also in Italy we have at the present time two fashions. Someone that use pesto with garlic, and someone that use pesto without it. That's because garlic is a little hard to digest. The original recipe is with garlic. Usually it's just one clove of garlic per 3 or 4 person. We start the preparation. It's absolutely simple. We take the mixer. We can put in the container here a little pinch of salt. I will give you exactly a quantity, but it's a sauce that can be at your taste. So if you prefer more salty, put more salt and more parmesan. If you prefer a recipe that is a little more sweet, you can put less of both. Okay? After that, we put the parmesan. In Italy, we say that we go on ice, so we don't have exactly we don't follow exactly grams and so on because we are used to this recipe, but absolutely follow for the first times follow the recipe that I will put in the description. Pine nuts, another good pinch. So salt, pine nuts. Help to smash all the things up. So the last ingredient is extra virgin olive oil. We don't add immediately all the quantity inside the container because it's a sort of controller of the creaminess of the sauce. If you want that the sauce is more creamy, more liquid, you can add just a little more of olive oil. If you want that the sauce is a little thick, a little dense, just add less of the olive oil, okay? With the mixer, we have not to start mixing and continue mixing until the pesto is ready. So like this. Okay. We basically burn the basil leaves, and the pesto will result in a creamy that is darker than normal. The most important thing to do is to give at the beginning some little hit, so like this one. When it's in a good creaminess, some hit at full speed. Okay, so we start to add a little olive oil, a little quantity of olive oil. Okay, and we start. Okay, this is exactly the color. It's shiny, it's creamy, and we cook the pasta. Also in this case, we have to put a little less salt than normal, because the sauce is very tasty and it's very salty. The quantity of this salt is put in the description. We use this kind of pasta, is a fusilli. As you can see, the form is perfect to catch all grams of this incredible sauce. So the water is boiling. We put the pasta in the water. We don't need to use oil in the boiling water. It's just needed to stir it up timely basis. The pasta will not stick each other, and you can save oil, and you can save also healthy. Okay, so the pasta is perfectly cooked. We don't need to take the pasta just less cooked than normal. This recipe is not like, in example, carbonara. I will recommend you to use this kind of tools and to hold the cooking water, because it's very, very, very important. It can be possible that it's happening also to you, that the pasta is too dry, and this is because not because it's not cooked good, but because you have not added the cooking water. We just add pesto. As you can see, this is perfect. It's brilliant green. If the pesto is rest just a little, you will see the oil that came on the surface, and it's perfectly normal. It's okay. This is a sign that it's the quantity of the oil is correct. If it's completely covered of oil, it's not correct. You have to be exactly like this. Okay, so we put the pesto here. Usually you don't need to add boiling water because it's oily, but we will see. It's we check. Let's start mix it up. Parmesan. Let's add a little more of parmesan. If you don't want that this is too salty, don't add such parmesan like me. And now we taste. Okay, a little stir. Delicious. You see the basil, obviously. You see the cheese. You see the pine nuts, because are roughly chopped in the mixer. It's creamy, absolutely tasty. So I can't wait to stop the video and to eat all this dish. So that's all for today's recipe. Don't forget to subscribe if you want, and click on the bell if you want to be advised immediately when the new recipe will come out. Now it's time to eat. From Italy, with love. Buon appetito!